Have you ever wondered why your eyes hurt after a long day on your phone? It's a question many of us have probably asked ourselves, but have we ever truly sought out the answer? In our modern society, the mobile phone has become a ubiquitous companion. It's the first thing we reach for in the morning and the last thing we put down at night. Yet this constant companionship comes with a cost. Excessive mobile usage can lead to a plethora of health issues, both physical and mental. And it's important to be aware of these potential pitfalls. Let's start with the most immediate and noticeable impact: eye strain. When we spend long hours staring at our phone screens, our eyes have to constantly adjust to the brightness and small text. This can result in dryness, irritation, and even blurred vision, a condition commonly referred to as digital eye strain. But the impacts of excessive mobile usage are not just confined to our eyes. Numerous studies have found a correlation between high screen time and sleep disturbances. The blue light emitted by our phones can interfere with the production of melatonin, a hormone that regulates our sleep-wake cycle. This can lead to difficulty falling asleep, restless nights, and daytime fatigue. Perhaps even more concerning is the potential for addiction. Our phones offer an endless stream of entertainment and information, and it's easy to get sucked into the vortex. Over time, this can lead to a dependence on our devices, with withdrawal symptoms akin to those experienced by substance abusers. Moreover, research has shown a link between high screen time and decreased mental health. Excessive mobile usage can lead to increased feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness. It's a sobering thought to consider that the device we often turn to for connection can also be a source of isolation. To put it simply, our phones, which we consider our best companions, can sometimes turn into our worst enemies. We often say we can't live without our phones, but have you ever stopped to think about why that is? Let's delve into the reality of phone addiction. It's not just about being unable to resist the allure of social media or the convenience of having the world at your fingertips. There's a lot more going on beneath the surface, and it's all tied to our psychology. Consider the dopamine reward system, a pathway in our brains that releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical, whenever we experience something pleasurable. This system evolved to encourage us to pursue activities necessary for survival, like eating and socializing. But today's smartphones exploit this system. Every time we receive a like, a share, or a retweet, our brains release dopamine, creating a sense of satisfaction and pleasure. This instant gratification, this immediate reward, is addictive. We start to crave these digital affirmations, leading us to check our phones incessantly. It's like a slot machine in our pockets. We pull the lever by swiping down to refresh our feed, hoping for that next dopamine hit. Then there's the fear of missing out, or FOMO. It's a pervasive apprehension that others might be having rewarding experiences from which we are absent. This fear is exacerbated by social media, where everyone's life seems perfect, exciting, and full of adventure. This can make us feel left out, leading us to spend more time on our phones, scrolling through updates, and trying to keep up. It's important to understand that these factors are not coincidental. Phone and app designers intentionally exploit these psychological vulnerabilities to keep us engaged. They use techniques like push notifications, infinite scrolling, and like buttons to trigger our dopamine reward system and create FOMO. It's clear then that our phones aren't just tools. They're designed to keep us hooked. But knowing this, understanding the psychology behind our phone use, can empower us to take control and establish healthier habits. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about how much time we spend on our phones, but how that time affects our lives. But we're not helpless against the allure of our screens. There are ways to break free from the grip of our phones. In the battle against excessive phone usage, we have an array of practical solutions at our disposal. First on our list is setting screen time limits. Most smartphones today come with built-in features that allow you to monitor and control your screen time. By setting realistic and manageable limits, you can gradually wean yourself off your phone. Now, if self-control seems a bit challenging, technology comes to the rescue again with apps that block distracting apps. These apps can be programmed to temporarily disable social media, games, or any other applications that you find particularly time-consuming. It's like having a personal coach, nudging you to stay focused on more important tasks. But we can't rely on technology alone to solve a problem it largely created. That's why our next solution is creating phone-free zones in our homes. Designate certain areas as sanctuaries from digital distractions. The dining table, your bedroom, or even a cozy reading nook. Speaking of activities, developing healthier habits is our fourth solution. Instead of reaching for your phone, reach for a book, lace up your running shoes, or grab a paintbrush. These activities not only keep you engaged, but also stimulate your mind and body in ways a screen never could. Spending time in nature is another excellent antidote to the digital overload. A simple walk in the park, a bike ride, or even gardening can help you disconnect from your phone and reconnect with the world around you. Remember, the idea is not to completely eliminate phone usage, but to create a healthier balance. In the grand scheme of things, our phones are tools meant to serve us, not the other way around. By taking these steps, we can regain control over our phone usage and by extension, our lives. So, to recap, excessive phone usage is a growing problem with serious consequences. We've explored the many ways this issue can impact our lives. From physical ailments like eye strain and poor posture to psychological effects such as anxiety and depression. It's clear that our screens can become our shackles if we let them. We've delved into the psychology of phone addiction, understanding how the constant stream of notifications and the endless scroll of social media feeds can create a cycle of dependence. This powerful allure, coupled with the convenience and accessibility of smartphones, makes it a formidable challenge to overcome. But we've also discussed various solutions to this problem, from setting screen time limits and using apps that track usage, to incorporating more offline activities in our daily routines. It's about striking a balance and reclaiming control over our digital consumption. Remember, our phones are tools to be used, not masters to be obeyed. It's up to us to use them wisely.